Hello, everyone. This is Friedrich. We're here at April 10th, the resolution. All right. Um, yeah, that said naval bombardment, but that was weird. I think it's just more unloading. And the Kingfisher is by Pago Pago, and the I-25 is parked there. Just trying to be a thorn in our side. Oh, come on. Yeah, we finally got a Merc 14 into something. Okay, but here's the thing. That ship has been done unloading. It may or may not sink, but we didn't get it while it was um, in time. So, hey, it sank. Just one Mark 4. See, the Mark 14 is a powerful torpedo. It just doesn't explode as often as we'd like. So for some reason we waste some torpedoes here against escorts, but I guess you never know. Maybe we can get something, right? Uh, these are detonating above our sub depth, so should be okay. So I'm gonna push through here because it could be all I don't know how long they were gonna be firing those, so okay. Still unloading Kandari and Port Moresby. I wish our mine, we have a few mines, not a lot, but we have a few mines in Port Moresby. I wish they'd trigger. All right, 6 coastal guns fired, but didn't hit anything. All right, and our coastal guns are not doing as well here. So 63, but they're more or less being neutralized. Not to mention, who knows what kind of disruption and fatigue they've got. All right, the I-30 down here by Sydney, the Kalgoorlie is okay. We completely whiffed that one. Mm, oh well. Yeah, I know. They're there, still sitting there. Thought our sub would be doing. Our sub was in this hex, I thought, but anyway. So, what did we lose? One P-39 on the ground. Not cool, man. Not cool. It's my fault, but still not cool. All right, dude, we're damaging these. Okay. Uh, I. Mm, that's not fun. It's not pleasant, especially when you know you made a huge mistake putting planes there, right? Oh, that just bothers me. Okay. No losses here for anyone. All right, we trapped him here. Maybe not an epic kept trap, but we've got some fighters flying coverage here. Um, anyway, this may be a while. We'll just so we didn't get much of his tallies, but hopefully the terrain is such he didn't do much to us either. Nope, maybe disruption or fatigue, but we were able to nail some of his planes. Maybe lost some pilots, so we'll take it. And I've got more aircraft to keep cycling through there. All right, now we're bombing, what, Malang? Yeah, Malang. Getting into his troops here. We knocked out a vehicle. I don't know if that's a tank or not. 5 non-combat losses, or disabled, sorry. And yeah, that wasn't very, well, light rain, but still, not impressed. bombing the airfield still. I think this said heavy rain. Anyway, yep. So I don't have high expectations here. Okay. One supply hit, so what are you gonna do, right? This was totally like broken up raid. Now, I don't know if weather in the target hex matters, but it may have affected things. Took damage by flak. I think we're flying in too low. Yeah, we're flying too low. Now it looks like he's brought in flak. I'll have to change some things, some settings there. But yeah, we're bombing Kumlok. So surprise, surprise. Runway hits. You know, you can watch this all day or just take a look. So beating up the runway. 9 more B-17s. 7 runway hits. Some more Marauders. And this one, you know, got into the troops. 9 runway hits. Our LB-30s didn't fly, or I didn't tell them to, but I kind of thought I re-engaged them to go in. So did I see that right? Is he retreating from that hex? I'm sorry, I'm talking about Burma. I'll have to look at that. Okay. Some unconfirmed stuff going on. That always throws me off, but I gotta make sure not to panic. Okay, Sally's hitting Zamboanga. Nope, he's still marching toward us there in Burma. Yeah, here's our LB-30s. So, no, not. Oh, okay. I was looking up here, but yeah, we got into even a supply hit. Be curious to know how much supply they have left. Whatnot. That's kind of cool how they trail off the engines like an airplane leaving its mission. It's kind of cool. Nice. So the 6-inch gun is hitting this ship hard. Yeah. Explosion below deck. That may mean nothing, but yeah, we'll take it. I mean, anyway, it's a damaged ship. The damaged ship, right? We're even firing our anti-aircraft guns at them. Yeah, it just says shell hits 211, and it looks like superficial damage. All right, land phase. Of course, the usual bombardment. This is our first time with the I don't even know what it is now. The 147th Regiment bombardment and 2 destroyed squads. Hey, Wen Chao, he's bombarding us here. This is a strong force here. But still, it's not even 2-to-1 base, and we're going to have a pretty strong defensive situation here. Bay, what does that say? Bay. Yeah, this should be. Oh yeah, that's right. I think we'll just hold on until all of our last breath, basically. So we'll get kicked out of here this turn. I don't see us holding. Yep. So kicked out into this area, and it is what it is. Didn't hardly do anything and took a huge beating for it. And we're bombarding in reply. Okay, one vehicle destroyed and a couple of disabled elements here. And we're bombarding. I'm going to keep, we got plenty of supplies. I'm going to do this until we lose the hex. Okay, 406 casualties, 4 destroyed squads, 35 disabled. This is pretty up, pretty strong. This is the most Port Moresby here is where I've seen the most damage due to bombardments, I think, in this whole game. So that's pretty epic. And meanwhile, counter battery would take a disabled squad. All right, I guess that's about it. So expansions, and Norfolk expands fortifications, and that's it. Hmm. Hopefully we get some reinforcements too. All right, Polak went into refit mode. Okay, some yard minesweepers. Okay. All right, I guess that's the resolution. I'll be right back. All right. I wanted to jump into this because that was an interesting turn, air turn. We had 1 air-to-air loss. He had 5. We had 3 destroyed on the field. Again, here at Port Moresby, my foolish mistake coming back to haunt me. 4 operational losses. So let's take a look at the details, okay? 4 Oscars air to air. That was, and then 2 Sallies. This was over our 7th Armored Brigade, and we lost nothing. That's not true, sorry. This H-81A3 air to air. So we lost 1 aircraft to their 6. Okay, but we didn't lose anything else. Nothing, um, nothing on the ground. Sorry, ops returning. Uh, no hurricane losses there. Furthermore, we lost 2 Airacobras on the ground and one P-39, one P-400. Yeah, again, just my foolishness here. I'm gonna try to move on from that, but until we get all the aircraft out or they stop getting destroyed, I'm probably gonna pick on myself for that. But he lost a Val, a Kate, and a Zero, and a Claude due to ops. I think that's gonna be either with all these missions back and forth. He and hopefully for game purposes and depleting his um, pool of pilots. Hopefully, he's losing pilots in the meantime. Speaking of pilot losses, let's see if we lost any. Nope, not even a wounded, so that's great. But yeah, 9-4 here. So, let's see. Ships, ship, sunk. Yeah, near Port Moresby. He was leave. It might be transports from up here that were coming by, and we torpedoed. So he might be. He might have left here, knowing we were just going to pester him until he left. So we will do this. I'm gonna. If he's not gonna move, I'm going to set my patrol zone literally in this hex, and the S-28. I don't want it to sink, and I'm sure he has a lot of ASW here, but I'm also not just going to sit by while he just chills out here. So, and the O-24, going to do the same thing. So he may, um, I don't know why our mines aren't doing anything, but I'm really wanting to get these carriers. These guys will keep patrolling here, um, and for a couple of reasons. One, as he starts pulling out, maybe we'll have a chance to sink something. So I'm okay with that. I think his carriers will stay here for a little bit longer. And if they don't, they don't. But if they move out this turn, that's okay too. Now this was 15 hexes away. How close are we now? 8. So I'm going to give it one more turn. We're doing on remain on station, so I won't lose sight of what's going on. But we're getting close to bombarding this. I'm going to give it one more turn. I think we'll be right here, and then I will pull the trigger on this bombardment. We have our aircraft set to train recon and train recon but night. So one of them is going to recon night, one of them is going to recon day, and we'll just see how which it is when we bombard. But that airfield damage is certainly going up. We're doing some extra damage here. I don't see him recovering from this until we stop bombing it, of course. He still has 4 units here, which I think is what he had when, yeah, he hasn't left the hex. This little tag shows he's withdrawing, but he hasn't left it. So I don't know if he's in combat mode, slowly moving or what, but I'm not going to stop bombarding. Okay, but yeah, let's see. What else did I want to cover here? It looks like we're safely unloading. We know where KB is. I'm not too stressed about it. Are we? Whoa, we already took off. Okay. I didn't load supplies. I think that was on purpose because we already don't have very much here. Actually, we have a lot now. But that's okay because I had an idea. We're dumping supplies into Pago Pago. I will load up supplies and and make sure convoys will incessantly bring stuff up here as much as possible. One of the reasons I didn't want to bring a lot of supplies with this is because I wanted to move out as soon as possible and unload as soon as possible. A lot of this stuff is worth a lot. So I want to get it unloaded and move out and move on. And then uh, supply ships can be cargo ships, which aren't worth as much as transport ships, um, and so forth. So I'm not worried about packing light here. We can always supply that later too. So we've got plenty of supply now, and we'll be okay for a while. So all good. Let's see. Still unloading stuff here. Actually, this looks like only supplies. So good. Everything's unloaded then. Well, all the troops. So this is strat ready to go, and this is strat ready to go. Yeah. So let's go then, right? In order to do that, the ideal thing to do is to combine this into one massive group. Trying to think how to do this. I think the ideal thing then is to get everybody who's not a cargo ship together and just transport what we got here over to here and not worry too much about leaving these cargo ships still sitting here unloading. So I'm gonna do that, but I'll do that. I'll do that here in a bit. I'm not gonna do that. Make you have to suffer through that. Okay, so enough about the South Pacific, Southwest Pacific, particularly here. Okay, good. We've got more pilot. Sorry, I'm looking at this zero, thinking about pilots. We've got 6 aircraft ready to flee. This is good. The good news. I don't like to lose any planes, but the more we can get off, I'll be even happier. So okay, we bombed this airbase pretty badly, but 40 damage. I'm sure he can repair that rather quickly. But so far, he hasn't brought in any aircraft. I believe he has no fighters here as well. So we'll hit this again and we'll raise up our altitude and so forth. Because and with thunderstorms here, extreme overcast, I think I'm going to focus on this one. We'll leave this one because the thunderstorms will probably keep us from doing any damage anyway. The extreme, I mean, for that matter, extreme overcast probably will too. But yeah, he's certainly coming. We've got the tag here showing he's heading here. But 398 assault strength. That's all we got. Let's just hold the best we can. This level 4-4 is probably all we're ever gonna see. Okay. Um, he's he's still coming for us here. I don't know if I don't know what this is gonna look like, but we're ready. We've got experience, morale, low fatigue. I think we're ready. So we'll see. We'll see. Um, and he's bombarding us here at Wenchao, but that's all we're seeing in China. I am trying to find on the map anything that indicates he's moving or entering any of our hexes or has entered like this one, but that's been the case for a long time now. But yeah, he's here, which he's been for a long time now. I can see two little tags indicating he's coming here and here. Will we beat him here? Well, let's take a look. Yeah, no worries there. And oh, these guys are going so slow. Literally 5 miles per turn. So it's going to take, I mean, shoot, just to get to the next hex, what, 27 miles? That's six days to get just here. And then another, I don't know if it's the same speed, another 10 days. So 16 days to get to Yan'an. That's crazy. Let's see. Yep, because it's this half of the hex and all this, so it'll take a full 16 days. Um, we did ask for more supplies to be shipped here, and we're not getting it built up fast enough. But I was right. He's trying to get in behind us here. Not surprised. He's doing a lot of stuff I wouldn't expect coming on behind. I mean, coming in off-roading again, like up in here. I don't understand that, but okay. All right. So, anything else? Well, we got our usual situation here at Bebe, Zamboanga, Kendari he took. Is he chasing us? I don't. Maybe there's a little tag there that shows he is. I'm gonna assume he is. I'm gonna let's see. Clear. I feel like it's necessary to relocate here ASAP, and so we will do this, and we will say set all to this up mode, set all to March, and set all to Kalaka, and then we'll head there. Two supplies. We did not prep any of these back bases at all. So with that said, um, I don't really. I mean, what if he lands here and uses up all our, and if we feed this supplies in case he lands here and pushes this out, uh, this is jungle and that's jungle, I think. Yeah. Um, the screen is kind of small and hard to read for some reason, but but yeah, we're bringing more supplies here. I'd like to keep just chucking supplies here. And this has plenty already. So, and the terrain there is jungle as well. So, okay. Yeah, but I mean, he's not about to invade this. I'm building it up because I felt like that was a little low, and I don't want another Kandari situation where the um, supplies are way lower than they should be for the base for a standout. If I want to make a stand here and here, for example, I ought to at least have a decent amount of supplies. So, all right, yeah, just um, trying to evacuate here, prepping for invasion on the northeast coast as well at the same time, fighting back here in New Caledonia, building up these bases right here from the Santa Cruz Islands, and New Hebrides, as well as some of these back bases in case he decides to launch something this way. I think once June, July rolls around, I think whatever's back here, we can safely move this way. I think, but when we get there, we'll know more. Um, I'm gonna. I've been kind of going all over more than I usually do, but I wanted to come here. I like to keep track of how these are building out, and these both went up just one AV each, so it's very slowly recovering. It's just extremely slow. I've turned them off from replacements or reinforcements because right now this is like a backwater base, so I'm not as stressed about those. And then midway, we're still unloading supplies at this stage, but let's see. And I've got this cargo or this transport ship, sorry, this amphibious group coming back here because I think until I get naval support there to one of the things I was thinking about is loading whatever's here in smaller transports so that I can get them in here and actually dock. So we can only dock 6,000 at a time. So if I can find, if it's even possible, if I can find myself some small transports, let's see, like, is this one small? Tonnage 1,700. See, like, that's perfect. This is a perfect ship to get in there and park. So, but yeah, stuff like that. I'm gonna be looking for that kind of ship to get in and unload this stuff because I think, mate, it's possible, although I'm no expert, that a small transport can dock and unload where these bigger ones, unless they're docked, cannot. I, again, might be completely off base there. But also, we have, let's see, this arriving in 3 days. This is a transport and cargo ship that will be picking up the F detachment and be taking it to Midway. I just realized that last turn and flipped it because Midway makes the most sense. Get it there. It'll give us a little bit of naval support and aviation support, and maybe we can make Midway a reasonable base after all. Um, Again, it's hard to hold, so if he is determined, he can take it back, but at least we can try. Okay, I think that about does it for what I wanted to cover. I'm pretty sure there's really not a lot going on right now as far as like detailed upcoming plans to um, do anything epic or outstanding. Again, it's just about positioning, reinforcements, and restocking, resupplying, etc. And then right now, also, I'll use another reword, and that's refitting. So we've got a lot of stuff refitting, and probably here in the next week to 3 weeks, roughly, that kind of time range, we'll be able to have a lot going on. So we'll see, and we'll get to it when we get to it. Thanks for joining me and watching, and again, feel free to give me any feedback you like. And until next time, when we talk about the resolution for April 11, take care. Have a good rest of your day. See you later.